Hey guys, this is going to be cage cleaning and rehousing volume 2 on the cobalt blue.
Okay, so this is our female Cyriopagopus lividus, and her name is Zorg. And we got her a couple months ago from a really horrible situation. The pet store was afraid of her. And they had her, we just happened to walk into this pet store and saw that she was in this cage that was full of slime and mold and dead bolus and dead crickets and a molt. So we saved her because we felt so bad for her. But she happens to be a fossorial species, meaning she needs a lot of deep substrate because she's a burrower. So today, we are going to add more substrate, so we need to get her out of there. We're going to clean out her cage, and we're going to put in a whole bunch of new, moist substrate for her to burrow, and hopefully she'll be happier. So here she is in her little burrow that she's created, but it's kind of a crappy burrow, so we want to make her more comfortable and happier. We're gonna see what we can do about that. Okay, so our plan is to dig her out, piss her off, and then drop this nice deli cup over here on top of her before she wigs out.
Let me get the lid.
It's right here. So let's see how fast she comes out ready to kill us. Well, she's under there and she's not very happy because of this dirt that's falling on her. Why isn't she moving? There we go.
There she is.
Now she's mad.
Okay. So that is a typical threat display.
Don't be so mad. We're gonna get you a nice house.
Get some of this dirt out of the way. Ah, you're fine. You're fine, honey.
She gets very upset very easily. But notice her trying to tag Corbin. However, with her, it's easier with old worlds that have threat displays rather than just bolt and bite with no warning. So even though she is very aggressive, she's also pretty easy to rehouse in terms of, I would say, rather than like an OBT or something. Because we can just drop the cup over her. She can spaz out inside the cup all she wants, and she can't get to us.
Come on, honey.
Put your foot in, silly. So from this angle you can see the dirt is kind of at an angle, so we're going to just try to scoot her over, get the lid underneath her, and get her in the cup.
Come on, honey.
There she is. She's so pretty. Still very cranky. But that was a lot easier than rehousing other old world species, which are more inclined to immediately attack you rather than throw up a threat display. So now we're going to get all of this we're going to get all of this dirt out, clean it up, and put a lot more dirt. So we've rinsed out her cage, and now we're drying it, and then we're going to spray it with vinegar like we did before. Again, this is the safest cleaner that we know of barring buying any cleaners specifically for this. Vinegar is cheap. You dilute it with a little bit of water, spray it in, doesn't hurt the spiders, kills any bacteria that might be in there, kills any other germs, makes the glass nice and non-streaky. And if you'll see, we have her label on the back side of the cage. That's because we have little kids and we don't want them to come in and accidentally open the cages, this one especially. So we have the door facing towards the wall on purpose. Okay, so we're all clean. We're ready to go. And today our substrate is a mix of coconut husk fiber and Reptisoil. Usually we like to use jungle mix, but the store didn't have any today. And we like to use this because it provides a little bit more contrast, especially for burrowing species. It seems to hold together better than straight coconut soil and has a little bit more contrast. Now, in order to encourage her to burrow around the sides, we're going to put this crappy bowl that we have in the bottom. So hopefully she'll go around this bowl so that we can better see her through the glass. We're going to see if this works. Hopefully. And really this dinnerware is just horrid and it's ugly. So I don't care if it's buried. Now remember to pack down your dirt. Teas do not like to be on loose substrate. It's too shaky and it makes them feel unsecure. So as we go, we're going to pack down a little bit. And the reason that I'm not touching it is because for some reason I have an allergy to coconut fiber. Every time I touch it, my hands get itchy. Feels like I've been petting a cactus. So Corbin gets to do all of the substrate work. Lucky him. So pack it down a little bit more.
A little deeper. And
we're using almost this entire bowl. So that was one brick of the coconut substrate and a bunch of the Reptisoil, about half the bag, and it's a 10-quart bag. So 5 quarts of Reptisoil, about 7 quarts of coconut fiber. And that's not nearly enough. So we're just going to pack this down and put the rest in. See how much we've got, see if we need some more, and if we do, we'll make some more. Obviously, we're not planning on using the front door to this cage. Yeah, we're gonna need some more.
No, I think that's probably a good amount.
No, it's not.
It's probably
no, it's not.
Triple what she had last night.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna edit this out. Okay, so we were debating on how much more we wanted to add. I want to add more. Corbin does not, because he says if we add much more, if we have to get in the front door, we can't. So for whatever reason, trying to get in the front door. So we are putting in a little bit more straight Reptisoil, hoping that that will help with the moisture content, help with the humidity. And then we're going to put some peat moss on top as well. And because she's fossorial, we're not going to add a whole bunch of decorations. We don't need to start her a burrow. There are a couple of different theories or schools of thought on this. You can either start a burrow for the tarantula and hope that they use it, or you can see what they're doing themselves. So this is our giant block of peat moss that we got. And we won't use too much of it because she won't care anyway.
This is more for us.
More for aesthetics
and
that's good. Usually with a burrowing species, if you provide them a point to burrow, like a piece of cork bark or a stick or something, they'll use that as cover before they start burrowing. So we're going to put her stick back in. We've noticed that she likes to burrow around this stick, and we're going to put the part that touches the glass on that side, since that's the side we're going to, sorry, that was my phone. That's the side we're going to hope that she starts burrowing. So we have, if you see here, we've got quite a bit of substrate. I would say that's a good 5, maybe 6 inches. If we have to get in the door, we can. That should provide enough substrate for her to dig around and be happy in. Corbin's going to try to start a little burrow in the side to see if she likes that. But she might decide to go the completely opposite direction and dig somewhere else. And we'll see how she likes it. So here's a top view. We're going to put her water dish in. It's just the bottom of a cheap plastic cup. And here she comes. Yay! She's still probably pretty pissed, but let's see how this is gonna work. I don't even know. Hopefully she doesn't freak out. Alright, so
I'm just gonna set her down for a second. This is the part that always makes me nervous. Come on,
hopefully we can get her out without her freaking out too badly. And I'm sure she'll be a lot happier with the amount of substrate. She seems to have calmed down a lot, at least. There she is. She looks happy and pretty. What a good girl.
Alright.
She's very pretty. I don't know how old she is. Like I said, we rescued her from a slime pit. So, I'm really hoping that this new substrate, new housing makes her a lot happier than she was previously. She's a good size though. She's very pretty. So we're gonna put the water in. Get our cage lid. There you go, honey. If you can see over here, this is where we started the burrow. Sorry for the crappy lighting. We have our stick, we have our moss. Oh, thank you. Everything that should make her be a happy girl.
Thanks for joining us on Cage Cleaning Volume 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe.